There's Thule. Alright, got the dog here. So today, I'm going to be making this second video on the MG. Thule thinks we're coming out, so she's excited. Basically, I'm going to be working on cleaning up the windshield because it's got like smoggy, nasty stuff all over it. So I'm going to try polishing that off, or maybe even sanding it. We'll see. And then I might start removing some of the paint on the hood, but we'll see what happens. Just going to play it by ear. She's very excited. So I'll take her out for a bit, and she'll hang out in the garage while I clean the windshield. So let's get to it. I'll probably just do a time lapse for the windshield because it's just gonna be me scratching it with the freaking razor blade, trying to get all this mugginess off. So I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so we're in the garage. We've got to get herself all tangled up. I just want to go over the starting process for this guy real quick because we got the air filter on and we got a fresh battery. Got the Econocraft. So basically, I'm just gonna show you guys how this thing starts. All right. It's a little dirty. It's not a big deal. So basically it's cold, hasn't run in a couple days. So choke's right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna depress the clutch all the way, pull the choke all the way out, and then twist it so it locks like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the gas a couple times to unlock the choke, and then put it in neutral, go to the key, and it should fire up. And there it goes. It beeps at you like crazy, but she's a running. Really nice. Really doesn't understand what's going on. So, yeah, that's it. But what I want to take care of is all this. You can see all how foggy that is. And that was even after I tried polishing it. So I don't know if those are. And this on both sides too. You can see it on there as well. And then we started taking some of the paint off. Go ahead and turn the light on the hood at least, because the hood's pretty rusted. And so you can see it's pretty well pitted in this area, and it's going to be here as well. There's going to be a bunch of pitting. So what Brent and I are going to have to do is we'll get some Bondo and we'll sand this down real nice. Make sure there's no dents in it, and then Bondo over that to fill these holes. But first we got to primer it and do some other stuff. But shouldn't be a big deal. And then the next thing we need to do is right here. There's some little dents here. And then right down here, there's a nice rust spot. It's not in a terribly difficult location, but it's pretty rusted. So battery's in, so we got the pan trail put back. A bunch of good stuff going on. So I'll get a time lapse going, me doing the windshield.
Too hard. We were traveling mountains just to find the loudest tears. We set down by the fire, knowing we couldn't hide, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am. Waiting for the summer, knowing there's no
Okay, so I jacked that up. Basically, I thought I had low enough grit, or high enough grit, I mean, that it wouldn't put big lines in the windshield, but it did. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's some thicker lines right here. It's not like big enough to where I can catch my fingernail in them or anything, but they're big enough to the point where polishing it's going to take like 10 years. So what I need to do now is get like some, I think I was using 180 or 220. So I need to get some like 600 or 400 grit, because that actually did work and it removed the marks that were there. But now I just need to remove the sand marks that I made. So it's just going to be a slow, long process that's not going to be very fun. But I'm going to take a break from that and sand the hood a little bit and see how good I can make this thing look and get rid of all this rust. So I'll just start a second time lapse with that. Sorry, this video is going to be really boring, just because of all this monotonous, boring work that doesn't give you any satisfaction. So, yeah, I don't know how. I think it's just sun damage, because you can see on the inside, it's on the inside as well. I don't know how that happens. So, I don't know if I could like soak it in brake clean or something like that. I honestly don't know what it is, but oh well, we'll start the other time lapse. This is as far as I'm going to get today, because A, my sandpaper is doing nothing and the air compressor runs out of air really fast, and B, my paint and rust removal tool is gone. So I need to go buy like 3 or 4 of those wheels. I got this whole section. There's some good pitting here. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch in here. So yeah, step 2 is just going to go get more wheels and then some 600 grit to fix the windshield that I epically messed up. And then yeah, she'll be set. The thing fires up like a freaking champ right now. Make sure it's in neutral. That was the first turn of the key. Obviously it's warm already, but fires up right away. Oil pressure's good, fuel gauge works, temp gauge works. I need to get a motor for the second cooling fan because only one works. So I think once we get that second cooling fan put on, it's going to be substantially better for the cooling system. yeah, next thing is mostly body work and get this thing registered. I need 2 switches because the British guys that designed this made it so that the turn signal switch actually runs through the hazards, which goes in here. So my turn signal switch doesn't work right now. And then the fan switch, once I get a new fan switch, which goes in this pocket, we'll know if the blower motor works or not, because the blower motor has some weird wiring for the fan speeds. They didn't do like a regular speed resistor where it opens and closes it, so the more voltage it gets, the faster it spins. So I don't know why they didn't do that. A little interesting thing, it has this little vent right here, which actually opens. There's a little lever down there that opens, and there's 2 little vents in there, which then pushes actual cold air in when you're driving, at least. So it's like a little mini scoop. And then it's got the classic corner windows. I love these. I have them on my old Chevy, and they're super nice for driving in the summer. But yeah, I pulled it out, and I actually had a guy walk up to me and tell me it was cool. So that's reassuring, considering it's got rust and dings all over it. But it's getting there, one step at a time. Yeah, so, and then I think I'm gonna get some seat covers, just some regular ones, high disc for now, because the pads and reupholstery is like $700 for this car, and that's not really worth it to me. So, but yeah, until next time.